During a vacation, a group of young people steals 2 jet skis and gets stranded in open water, where a great white shark starts approaching the helpless friends. Enjoy watching. Nat, her boyfriend Tom, her friend Millie, and 2 other friends, Tyler and Greg, are having a great time vacationing on the beaches of Mexico. One evening, Nat goes to get drinks and meets a homeless man in a wheelchair. After giving him some money, she notices he has amputated legs. The man tells her that he was supposedly attacked by a great white shark. He frightens Nat and warns her to be careful. At dawn, the friends leave a party, and on their way home, Tom comes up with a reckless idea to steal the keys to the jet skis and take them for a spin. Taking advantage of the fact that no one is around, the group calmly carries out their plan. They leave their shoes and phones by the water and head out to open sea. Initially, Nat hesitates, remembering the story of the man in the wheelchair. However, after some time, her best friend Millie convinces her to join in the adventure. Millie takes her phone and starts filming all the tricks the guys are trying to pull off, not realizing how far they've drifted from shore. Soon, the dangerous maneuvers scare Nat, and she asks the boys to head back. It's too late, as they've miscalculated the distance. Suddenly, the jet skis collide, causing Greg to suffer a serious leg fracture. When the group regains composure, they realize Tyler has lost consciousness. Tom immediately jumps into action to save him. They all move to the last functioning jet ski, where they try to provide Greg with first aid. Meanwhile, Millie tries to find a signal on her phone, but all attempts are in vain. Later, the friends decide to get Greg to the hospital, leaving Millie and Tyler afloat. However, when Tom tries to start the jet ski, it won't work. He checks the engine and realizes that without tools, there's nothing they can fix. Feeling desperate, they begin to consider their next steps. Nat tries to signal for help using her phone, but no one notices them. Instead, she finds evidence on the phone that Tom has been cheating on her with her best friend. In a panic, Tom tries to grab the phone, but Nat refuses to give it up. After an argument, Tom falls into the water. While Nat expresses her anger, Tom goes after the phone, and Millie tries to justify herself to Nat. She claims that she had too much to drink that night, but Nat refuses to listen to her excuses. Time passes, and Greg's condition worsens as he loses more blood. Tyler decides to swim for help. However, after swimming just a few meters, a shark appears near him. The friends try to warn Tyler, but he can't hear them and keeps swimming. It turns out the shark is more interested in Greg, drawn by the blood, and ignores Tyler for the moment. Tom, terrified of the shark, tries to climb back onto the jet ski, causing everyone to fall into the water. With all the blood around, Greg becomes an easy target, and soon the shark attacks him. At that moment, Nat's hair gets tangled in a watch, pulling her into the water with him. As the shark dives, Nat desperately tries to free herself, and luckily she manages to do so and reaches the jet ski. Meanwhile, Tyler is still looking for help. He finally spots a boat and excitedly starts shouting to get the people's attention, but his cries go unnoticed. Suddenly, the shark appears again and starts approaching him. Tyler tries not to panic and follows the safety rules, but it seems the predator has already chosen its victim. Soon, the shark attacks him. The boy desperately tries to call for help, but within seconds, the predator drags him underwater. More than an hour passes, and the friends begin to wonder if Tyler managed to find help, not realizing that no one is coming for them. Severe thirst drives Millie to drink some seawater, but Nat stops her, explaining that it will only make things worse. Tom is still trying to fix the jet ski, but even when night falls, they remain stranded. Some time passes, and finally there is a chance for rescue. Nat notices a strange light nearby. She remembers the flashlight on her phone, but it seems like no one notices them. She then suggests that one of them swim to the source of the light to ask for help. Tom immediately dives into the water, but after swimming just a few meters, he quickly returns, frightened that the shark might be nearby. Nat decides they can't miss this chance and sets off towards the light herself. She quietly slips into the water, trying not to make too much noise. However, as she approaches the source of the light, her hopes for rescue are dashed. It turns out to be a life jacket with a dead man inside. Panic overwhelms Nat, and hearing her scream, Tom rushes to her and helps her get back to the jet ski, where she calmly explains what she saw, assuming the shark had killed the man. The next day, Nat wakes up and decides to look around, but suddenly, from the depths, a shark attacks her. It turns out to be just a nightmare, which startles Nat awake. Soon after, the friends notice debris floating near the dead man. The group decides to use the wooden planks as paddles to try to make their way back to shore. Nat also takes the life jacket and gives it to her friend, who can't swim. They begin paddling with determination, but after some time, dehydration and the scorching sun take their toll, and their strength quickly diminishes. Suddenly, the shark appears and attacks them. The friends can do nothing but helplessly watch. During another attack, Tom suffers a severe leg injury. At this moment, Nat stabs the shark with the sharp end of the paddle, causing it to retreat temporarily. However, before they can catch their breath, the shark reappears and knocks them into the water. It immediately attacks Tom, but miraculously he manages to escape, and together with Nat, they climb back onto the jet ski. Their friend is still in the water, struggling to stay afloat, but before she can reach the jet ski, the shark grabs her and kills her. When the shocked Nat realizes Millie cannot be saved, she lets her go, and the shark drags her body underwater. Nat then tries again to remove the plastic cover that shields the jet ski's engine. Summoning all her strength, she manages to break part of the cover, revealing what happened to the engine. The fuel line has been torn. Severely injured, Tom is unable to help, as he is almost unconscious. At this moment, Nat notices the life jacket again and comes up with the idea to use it to repair the fuel line. It's their best shot, and she dives into the water to retrieve the jacket. However, as soon as she grabs it, the shark appears, heading straight for Tom. But the predator quickly loses interest, putting Nat in serious danger instead. Realizing she has no choice but to defend herself, Nat arms herself with a piece of the cover and, at the right moment, strikes the shark. Tom, helplessly watching the entire time, is unable to assist. When he loses sight of Nat, he assumes she's dead, but to his surprise, she re-emerges, battered, but still alive. Finally, Nat manages to reconnect the torn fuel line and start the engine, but the jet ski is badly damaged and won't pick up speed. At that moment, the shark resumes its pursuit, giving them no chance for escape. When Tom realizes that both of them can't be saved, he decides to sacrifice himself to give Nat a chance to reach the shore. He jumps into the water, and Nat, seeing this, tries to save him, but the shark is quicker and instantly grabs him. With no other option left, Nat moves forward, focused on saving her own life. Soon she almost reaches the shore, but the jet ski crashes into a reef, and she finds herself in the water once again. Nat gives it everything she has to swim to shore as fast as she can, but the shark isn't ready to give up its prey and continues its chase. In a final moment of desperation, Nat manages to avoid death by slipping through a rocky crevice where the shark gets stuck. Finally, Nat steps onto solid ground, fully freed from the nightmarish ordeal. Standing up, she begins walking forward, trying to find help in the unfamiliar terrain.